Let's bring in Donald Trump, who joins us now from New York City. So things are looking good for you, as mentioned. Does it mean this will change your confrontational style a bit? Do you have to become more statesman-like?
Well, I don't know, Bill. I mean, we're doing pretty well the way it is, and I would say that I always like to be a gentleman, but, you know, I started off, there was 17 people, all smart, all tough, all cunning, and, you know, it's now down to 3, if you want to say 3, and we're getting down to the wire, and I'm leading by a substantial margin. I had a great night last night. We won 5, a total of 5, including the islands, and that was really a great night.
Okay, but you got to be looking out now, I assume your campaign is, to the fact that you may very well get the nomination, and if you do, you're going to need 65 million votes to defeat Hillary Clinton, somewhere in that ballpark. So perceptions are being formed now. Many have already formed their opinion on you. Would it be wise for you to kind of come back from the confrontational style and be more statesman-like?
Well, I think it would be, and I think I will be, and, you know, I do want to finish this off. I'm dealing with 2 smart, tough guys, and I want to make sure I end up winning. I'd like to get to the finish line. I'm pretty good at getting to finish line, so I want to make sure, but it certainly would be, and I think that's what you're going to see.
All right, well, that's why I asked the question. So we're not going to hear lying Ted anymore? That's not going to be with you and Cruz, and that's not going to be lying Ted anymore?
Well, I can't say that. I mean, I think I'll save it till maybe after I'm finished with this because, you know, I like to tell the truth.
What you did to Rubio.
We'll see what happens.
Say nice things about it.
We'll see what happens.
I don't know if lying Ted is a good line.
Yeah.
You know. Okay, now look, you are in a position where you're being attacked by Move On and these other very well-organized radical left groups. You know it, your security knows it, Secret Service knows it. That's going to continue. Do you have a plan on how you're going to handle that?
Well, it is going to continue because the last person they want to face, the Democrats want to face, is me, and the last person Hillary Clinton wants to face is me. And, I mean, I know that for a fact, and people like to report it different ways, but they want to have me out. They want to have somebody else to run against Hillary, assuming she gets to the starting gate, which is a big question. I mean, are the emails going to allow her to get to the starting gate?
The FBI could come in, but she's going to win the vote. But, you know, that you get in trouble when you react, all right? So the proactive forces are coming at you, and then you react, and you've said some very questionable things like maybe we punch him in the face or something like that. What I'm trying to get at is...
Yeah, I didn't say that, Bill.
I didn't say that. Like I said, something along those lines.
We had a very rough dude. Yeah, we had a very rough dude in a massive 25,000-seat auditorium. Every seat was packed, and this guy was very physical with a lot of people. I was seeing it, and all I did was make the statement. I wouldn't mind doing it, but that you have to understand where it all comes from.
Okay, and I do. But is restraint now required on your part? Because, again, you're going to be provoked. Is restraint required?
I think so, and I think I've been restrained, Bill. You know, we've had very little problem. I've had the biggest, as you know better than anybody, I've had the most people by far, not even close. And, you know, we have 20,000, 25,000 people routinely, and, you know, we have one person stand up, and it's usually somebody that's sent in by, I don't know who sends them in, but we have very little problem. Then in Chicago, we could have had a problem, and I made a decision and got credit for that decision to cancel.
Decision.
Because there, that was really, that was very confrontational.
You're going to see Black Lives Matter, Move On, all of these people trying to brand you as some Nazi, and the press will go along with it, enabling them to do their deal. But they're baiting you, and I'm speaking from experience. I don't know whether you remember Al Franken, but he baited me, I guess it was 10 years ago. I fell for it like an idiot. And he won in the sense he got all this publicity, and he was able to lie at will and do what he did. He's a despicable human being. But he won because I reacted to him. Well, I should have floated above it, and I'm wondering whether you can float above, Move On, and Black Lives Matter. Is it possible?
I think I can. The only thing I would say is this. We have some very big events scheduled with 25,000, 35,000 people, one at 32,000, all sold out. And, you know, when people go in there and they interrupt and they stand up, and in many cases they start things like raising their fists and maybe hitting people. We're not going to,
no,
I'm not going to want to stand for that,
that,
and the people in that room won't stand. I know, but the people in the room, in all fairness to them, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if they're going to stand for it, Bill, but that's what happens. They provoke to such an extent. But the answer is yes, I would absolutely be able to stand above it.
Okay, because Donald Trump now is not speaking as the art of the deal guy or the apprentice guy. You're not speaking anymore on that level. Now you're speaking for the United States. You may be president. I mean, so your rhetoric means so much more than it used to mean. You're in a different place, a place you've never been in. I'm just wondering how much you've thought about all that.
Well, I've thought about it, and at the same time, we want to be effective. We have to be effective people in what we do and in what we're doing. But I certainly have thought about it. I think it's a very terrible thing going on, though, Bill. People will have a rally, or they'll have, whether it's 2,000 or 500 people, and people are set into those places. Now, I must say it happens with me more because I'm the front runner,
right,
and they want to make me a little bit more than they would somebody else. Okay, I'm not going to say it.
Look,
they do.
They don't want to provoke John Kasich. Nobody's going to provoke John Kasich. Ted Cruz, yeah, they don't like him, but it's not. But they want to bait you into doing something, and then the press.
Well, they don't think that Kasich. They don't think that Kasich or Cruz is going to win, so they don't really care.
No. I disagree with you. It's personal against you. They don't care about Kasich and Cruz winning. They don't like you because you stand for border deportations of immigrants, stopping Muslims temporarily from coming here. All of these things your opposition feels are human rights violations. They don't like you. That's why they're doing it.
Well, whatever. And I'm the front runner, and I think they probably feel in the other cases they may be wasting their time, in all fairness. So we'll see what happens.
All right.
But no, I'm not going to be provoked. But at the same time, you have to take tough action when this happens, but you can't let them get away with it. So you do have to take action, and I think you agree with that.
Yes, it's a tightrope you have to walk, but let your security do it and be the peacemaker. That's what I would do. Be the peacemaker.
I'll do it.
All right. Now, Hillary Clinton, your likely opponent. You gonna go scorched earth on Hillary Clinton? I mean, you're gonna get into all the personal stuff with her and her husband and the scandals. You're gonna do all that?
Well, I think I'd rather not say now. It's a little bit early. I want to get it first. And, we had one little run-in about 2 months ago, and I helped Bernie a lot because, frankly, her numbers came down very big after that, but that was my only real confrontation with her. We're going to see what happens, but whatever it is, I'll do what I have to do.
Okay.
My whole concept, Bill, is very simple. Hey, Bill, my whole concept, make America great again. That's what we're going to do. She cannot make America great again. She is going to fail on trade. She's going to fail in the military. She has been so bad with the military, it's horrible to look at what's happened to our country.
Just remember,
she's been there a long time, Bill.
You got to persuade a lot of people to vote for you, and some of those people are going to say, if you get down in the mud, it's not making America great. That's what some might say. Now, I got to take a break, but we're going to hold Donald Trump over. I'm going to ask Mr. Trump who he's considering for vice president beside me. That's a joke.